I am a crusader. Wait, no. I'm on a crusade to get people to play more interesting heroes. Now, the pro players are always doing this in the top MMR games. They are finding new heroes, they're finding new ways to play them, and they get results. And that's what I want more people to do. So here is a list of examples of 6 heroes which pro players have been playing in pub games and having results with. Misha from OG playing hard support Viper. Now, I know this doesn't sound like some high-octane shit, but trust me, this is pretty cool, and no, he hasn't lost his mind from missing his team win the major. Misha is playing Viper in the hard support position, and he's doing very, very well, boasting a 60% win rate. Now, I know that doesn't sound absolutely huge, but in this caliber of games, and with the position 5 role, that is very, very impressive indeed. The game plan is very, very complex, so make sure you're paying attention. First, you want to poison people. Then you want to make sure you keep on poisoning them, then you want to poison them, then you poison them again, and the next thing you want to do is you want to poison them. After that you want to poison them, and then, yeah, you get it. Shockingly, you max poison attack first, taking points in corrosive skin and ultimate when possible. You can go for the nether toxin if you feel like the break is going to be valuable for you, but most of the time Misha does indeed skip it. His build consists of 2 braces, moving into a 4-staff, and then a shard. This is what he does in about 50% of the games. The other 50%, he's gonna mix it up a little bit and just build what his team needs. He even goes for Aghanim's sometimes if his team needs a damage, or even a Shiva's Guard one game against an Alchemist and a Chaos Knight. So he's very, very adaptable. The hero can farm, and there are a lot of options for you to go for on this position 5. To summarize, pick Viper, poison people, build whatever you want, and win the game. Simple. Should you pick this hero? Yes, it's a pub-crushing machine. Saberlight from TSM playing Ancient Apparition Offlane. What kind of unhinged lunatic would take one of the squishiest heroes in Dota with no real reliable lockdown and run him in the offlane? This one would.
Suck it! Suck it! Suck it! Suck it! Suck it, Amar!
Major second placer and Dota's favourite edgelord Saberlight has a special wildcard he pulls out when the conditions are just right, and when it works, it really works, but it doesn't always. The build is pretty straightforward. You just grab yourself a Witchblade and then go for the Ethereal Blade and play entirely around your magic damage. Unfortunately, you need to fill in quite a checklist to be able to pick this hero, so let's go. The enemy must have limited catch. You need to be able to get a ton of value from the ultimate. Your team needs to already have some frontline. You need a position 4 who can tank some of the harassing lane for you. But despite all this, he has gone 18-3 and 18-6 on this in the past month, so it can work. Should you play it? Look, it can work, but as my mum used to tell me when I was a kid and I used to try and eat mud all the time, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Tanakio from BetBoom playing Marci hard support. It's been a while since Marci's been around, and I actually had the chance to talk to a few pro players at the major about what they thought about the hero, and the consensus was that it's pretty strong and has some position in competitive Dota, so I won't be surprised to see people pick it when it comes into Captain's mode, maybe in the new patch in a few days. Teams will be trying to make it work, and Sanekio has been doing exactly that in his pubs, running it as a position 5, where he has been utilizing the hero's skill set to a pretty effective extent. So this seems like a really good pick against big ultimate, like Arena of Blood, or Black Hole, or Chronosphere, because apparently Marci's hands are stronger than the force of gravity, or in fact the inevitable march of time itself. Don't question it. In lane it's really simple, you just grab yourself Rebound, you try to stay alive and do some damage, but when you hit level 2, that's when it gets real. Grab yourself Dispos, strap on the latex, and start brawling. Pair yourself with any killing hero like Visage, Juggernaut, even Wraith King is enough, and you are gonna get kills in lane. It's pretty sick. Snakeo pretty much always buys an Aether Lens, and then from there onwards just buys whatever his team needs, whether that's Blink Dagger for the extra save, or Shard, 4-staff, Solar Crest, whatever. He likes to be adaptable. A strict warning here, he never builds Basher, he never builds crits, he realizes he's a position 5, and so should you. Don't try and carry the game from the position 5, do your job and you will win. Maybe. Should you play it? That's Marci, yes. The Huck from BetBoom, again, playing Visage Carry. Now, if you're watching the major, you might know how strong Visage Carry can be. They did do very well for it on BetBoom and Tundra as well, picking it in a variety of positions, just really showing the power of the hero. And like a lot of the combos on this list, it's not just a hack who's been playing it in this role. We've also seen ILTW and specifically Dreamercell playing a ton of Visage Carry in their pubs. What makes Visage so good right now is pretty much the introduction of Boots of Bearing. It's a huge buff for the hero, and if you combo that up with an Assault Cuirass and an Alchemist Scepter, then you are just left with an absolutely bonkers build for you and your familiars. The build is pretty much the same every game. Soul Assumption is ridiculous level 1, so grab a point in that. Then you want to max out Grave Chill, then you want to max out Gravekeeper's Cloak, and taking points in Ultimate when you can. Now I did mention the items earlier on, but in case you weren't listening or you're a little bit slow, I'll go through them again. Basically, you want to grab Boots of Bearing, Assault Cuirass, and Aghanim Scepter in any given order. You need to figure out what's best for the game you're in, but each item has their own perk which you can use. Should you play it? With a bit of practice in unranked, then definitely, but please keep in mind the familiars give 100 gold each, so be very good at your micro before you take this into a real game. Puppy from Team Secret playing Alchemist hard support. Yeah, it's another hard support. Now, we all remember the factory Alchemist meta when you played it as 3 or 4, you built Ags and Moon Shards for your team, and it was kind of interesting and cool, and Team Secret loved it. And now, Puppy is taking it in a new direction. He's picking Alchemist in position 5, and he's not touching Greevil's Greed at all. In fact, he's utilizing the really short cooldown of Unstable Concoction to be a menace in the lane, he's stacking camps for his team, he's using Acid Spray to push the dangerous lanes and help his carry farm, and it actually looks really good. And by the way, when I was recording this one and I was watching the replay, I noticed something absolutely crazy. Puppy's been leaving the hard camp unblocked and just body blocking it for the first few waves, standard stuff, but then watch this. He pulls the hard camp through the trees here, deliberately only pulling the range creep and getting it killed off. This is pretty fucking next level, and to prove it wasn't just a scuffed pull, he does it 3 more times in a row. This is a next level way to piss off any offlaner. If you can master this, then I guarantee you'll be making some fools very, very salty. So again, as position 5, you never want to lock yourself into a specific item build, you want to keep it adaptable. The Puppy goes for the Soul Ring and the Tranquil Boots to give himself plenty of mana and health, and then he'll move into whatever he feels like his team will benefit from the most. Blink Dagger, Glimmer Cape, Force Staff, you name it. After grabbing himself a utility item, Puppy tends to get himself the Shard. Now, this is a really nice buff for your cores. It gives them a Dispel, it gives them attack speed, it gives them HP regen, so it's very, very valuable. The skill build is super simple. You just want to max yourself your stun and Acid Spray, taking your ulti when you can. Ignore Greevil's Greed. He doesn't care about it. Puppy is here to fight, he's here to stack camps, and he's here to own. He's not here to take creep. Should you play it? Honestly, I'm going to side with no on this one. I think this is a very strong hero in the right hands, but it's also very difficult to make work. It takes a ton of understanding of the game, stacking camps, knowing when to be stacking, when to be helping, and also you can get dominated in the lane as well, and if you fall behind on this hero, it feels very, very punishing and hard to play, so I'm not sure I can recommend. Topson playing Techies Mid. I know, I'm sorry, using Topson in this video is pretty much just cheating at this point, but I tuned into his stream and he was going like 19-1. How can I ignore that? Techies Mid is something you pick when you want to create chaos, have fun, and make explosions. Mostly the explosion. Thanks to recent changes, the hero can now be played extremely actively, having about 2000 damage at level 12 in a 2-second burst. How can the hero be bad? Well, you do have to jump into the middle of a team fight, sacrificing 20% off your HP, and your escape tool is a 30% movement speed buff. Yikes. Should you play it?
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
So, in conclusion, is there anything on this list which is going to make you the next Seb? No. You're not even French. Well, maybe you are, but still no. Is there anything on this list which is going to make you have fun and play the game a little bit differently and maybe learn some stuff in the process? Yes, absolutely. Will I be making more high quality content and uploading it to this channel? Yes, I will. So make sure if you did enjoy the video that you do subscribe. And of course, for any new channel on YouTube, it helps so much if you share and comment and that kind of stuff. So that would also be neat. Also, in the future, I did find this TI9 collector's pin, which I'm kind of thinking I might give away in a future video. So if that's something that interests you, then stay tuned, I guess, and hang around for the next one. But from today, bye, and thanks for watching.
Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, the whole club was looking at her. fuck?
So again, as a position 5, you never want to lick yourself?